Hi, how are you, my younger brothers? I'm your elder brother, Kiran Roy. So, I've been asked to make a video on hymenoplasty. So, hymenoplasty, are you serious? This is 2025, and still there are people who are actually trying to fake their virginity. Man, are we still living in the Stone Ages or what? But the truth is, it does exist. So, today I'll be addressing this point to the best of my abilities, and if you gain any benefit from it, do consider leaving a super thanks. The entire proceeds will go for charity. You can also book a 1:1 with me by DMing me on Instagram. Definitely join my Be Millionaire course in this very channel and my Be Charismatic course in my Hindi channel. And if you wish to give any direct benefit to me, you can drop a 5-star rating for my music academy, which is Kiran Roy's Guitar Studio in Google. If you wish to learn guitars from our academy, then also you can DM us on Instagram. My manager will give you all the details. So coming back to our subject, hymenoplasty. What is basically hymenoplasty? Hymenoplasty is nothing but a surgical procedure which is to reconstruct the hymen. Why is this used? This is to give the impression of being a virgin, especially before marriage. So if you ask me, this is nothing but like a denting and painting job done to an accident car. So what happens to an accident car? What does a car dealer do whenever an accident car reaches their showroom? They completely paint it, denting job is done, every job is done. Then they again put it in the showroom to try to sell it off for a good price. That's exactly what's the purpose. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, this hymenoplasty is nothing short of a denting and painting job to give the impression that this car has never been through any accident whatsoever, and to quote a higher price than what it actually deserves. Same thing applies here. In spite of a promiscuous past, in spite of a woman sleeping with tons of different men in her life, she does this surgery and gives the impression that she's still a virgin. So this is like a big time lie, but this exists, and I'm here to tell you the truth about it. So I'll give you all the details pertaining to this. So before we proceed further, it is imperative that we learn why is this still happening. So the first point is hypocrisy of women. They prefer to sleep around, yet they want to give the impression that she is a virgin. What kind of hypocrisy is this? You want to have best of both the worlds. You want to sleep around, you want to have a promiscuous past, you want to change your boyfriends, you want to hit the pub, you want to have one night stands, you want to get drunk, you want to have drugs, you don't even recollect the man you slept with the last night, and now you want to have a rebranding done. You want to completely change the narrative. You want to completely show a different picture, a different rebranded picture of yourself just by indulging in one surgical procedure in order to appear virgin. Why virgin? Because virgin is considered pious. Virgin girl is considered untouched. How hypocrite, how hypocritical can you get? Things can't get more hypocritical than this. You sleep around with 20 different people and now you want to appear as if you are a pure virgin. Oh my goodness. Things doesn't work this way. You, how much ever you may try to hide your past. See, an accident car. Suppose there is a car which has been in a wreck, which is a wreck after being in an accident. How much ever work is done, sooner or later the truth will definitely come out, even if not from the denting or the painting job, but from within. It will always show. Initially it might not show, I accept. Many unscrupulous dealers, they try to sell off such accident cars by putting good paint, good denting work, but ultimately the owner, sooner or later the owner will definitely come to know that he has been sold sold an accident car basically. Likewise, even if a woman has had a high body count and even if she has done this surgical procedure, chances are super high that some or the other day her husband would definitely come to know about her promiscuous past. My next point of why this is still happening: females' fear of judgment, family pressure, and they want to appear virgin for basically rebranding purposes, because she's aware of her promiscuous past and she doesn't want to have that past image in front of her new husband. Because, as I told you, it's a common knowledge that these ladies who have had a promiscuous past, now when they're past their prime, when they see that younger better looking girls have replaced her, now when she sees that her DMs have dried up, she doesn't get that kind of attention which she used to get during her prime. So that is when they decide, now is my time to get hitched, now is my time to get settled in life. And that is when they settle for whatever they get. So basically, it's the Sims. Now, it's not the masculine macho men, the actual masculine alpha males whom they attract, because now they are way past their prime. Even they are aware that they will never get a high value masculine alpha male. So what they do, they settle for the whatever, they settle for the next best thing what is available in the market, and that are Sims. They settle for these Sims who are clueless, who have done nothing in life apart from chasing marks, degrees, and jobs. So, one speciality of these Sims is that all of them are educated. So, they always have good jobs. They draw a good package per annum. They function by packages. So, they are the ones who always have a good package. So, one common thing, as per my research, which I have noticed, is they always select one Sim, and all of these Sims have one thing in common: all of them are in job. Till date, in my counseling history, I've never encountered a guy who is a businessman or who is a macho masculine man. All of them are Sims, all of them are drawing a neat package. Basically, all are educated. So one thing in common which I have seen, that these are the guys who have only chased marks throughout their lives, nothing else. So their education mind is quite strong. They have earned the degrees, the marks. That's why they got these jobs. So they are good in that aspect. But they're equally bad in street smartness. They're equally bad in coming to know about these women. They are super bad. They're pathetic about each and every other aspect of life, which is the most important aspect. These days, you see so many suicides happening, so many deaths happening. All of them are Sims. Of course, all of them are Sims, because they had only one thing. Only they only know one thing: how to earn money, how to get a package, how to get a salary. That's it. They did not get any training in the other important aspects of their lives. So you can clearly see throughout our country, men, these kind of men, they are laying down their lives. Either they are committing suicide, or their wives are directly coming and killing them in cahoots with their boyfriends. So it's clearly these guys who are losing their lives. It's no secret that none of the masculine alpha males are getting killed. It's only the Sims who are getting killed. Why? Because they have knowledge only in one aspect of life. They are leading a one-dimensional life. They only know how to earn money, do job, take orders, get a salary home. That's it. They don't possess street smartness. They don't know psychology about women. They don't know anything about women. They are clueless. The max they know about women is what they've come to know by watching porn. That's it. Nothing else. So due to this, they are losing this battle very badly. So basically, it's a rupees 30,000 surgery to protect a lie. This is exactly what it is. If you ask me what is hymenoplasty, hymenoplasty is a rupees 30 to 40,000 rupees surgery to protect a lie, a brutal lie. And the foundation of the relationship is starting with a lie. It is starting with a scam. It is starting with a big time adultery, I would say, because anything done, because she's destroying evidence. She's completely destroying evidence which will soon come to haunt her. But still, she is knowingly and consciously trying to wipe out the evidence, which in itself is giving a false start to her relationship. So basically, the Kiran Roy brutal stand is: men, stay away from marriage as of today's date. The reason being, marriage is the biggest scam happening in India, and this topic which I'm covering is just one of them. Just imagine you think that your fiance or your would-be wife is a virgin. You're shouting from rooftops that I've landed a catch, that I'm going to marry a woman who is a virgin. I'm so lucky. What are the odds? The odds are very less, but still I'm the one who got a virgin wife. You're so happy, only to know at a later date, when it's too late, that she already had around 7 boyfriends and a boy count and a body count of even more than that. What would happen if you come to know? Because as I told you in my various videos, you can check out my own videos how to know a woman who has had a high body count. In my Hindi channel itself, you will see five or six different videos which I've only made. Even in my English channel, I've made some videos how to decipher a woman who has a high body count. So if you just go through my videos itself, you will come to know whether she has had a high body count or not. So irrespective of her intact hymen, which she has artificially reconstructed through that surgery, in spite of that, there are ways that the husband will easily come to know that she has had a high body count. So what benefit is that surgery doing? I'm not understanding this much only, because having that hymen intact is absolutely not a proof of virginity. Because if any person just checks out my videos itself, in which I've clearly decoded how to find whether the woman has had a high body count, through my other techniques itself, that husband can come to know, that husband will come to know that his wife has indeed had a high body count. So it doesn't make any sense. So my only message to youngsters is, don't even think of marriage, because if you're thinking of marriage, if you're thinking of getting married, you are playing with fire. You're only ruining yourself. You're ruining your chances. Because marriage used to be, until our mothers and fathers generation, it still used to be, it was a good thing. But now it is absolutely not. Now it is the second name for marriage, is the second name for lies, cheating, betrayal. And for money, they can go to any depths, any lengths. So stay away from marriage if you want to live, if you want to die. And because see, I am in a position, I am watching 800 to 900 different cases every day, because I receive, my office receives around 800 to 900 different messages, and I personally counsel around 2 to 3 people per day, which I've been doing since the past 20 years. So more than even what the media can tell you, I am in a much better position to tell you the actual rot which is happening in the society, because 800 to 900 people are contacting us with their problems, and majority, in fact all the problems are regarding this only, regarding cheating, adultery, these things only. So now is absolutely not the time to get married. So if even if you have this craze to get married, completely throw it out of your mind. Just focus on building yourself, focus on your purpose in life. Stack money, build your body, build your emotional intelligence, build your sexual discipline. That will help you. Running after chicks, learning manipulation tricks, how to date a girl, how to get a girl, these things which the dating coaches do, that's not going to help you under any circumstances. So my final verdict regarding this is, hymenoplasty is not a disease, but the mindset which the women have to hide their past, that is the disease. They wanting to hide such a big thing. This baffles me, that this is the ultimate manipulation tactic. This is the ultimate gaslighting tactic. And this is like the biggest lie. This is cheating. This is absolutely not done, because, as I said, sooner or later, her past will definitely appear in front of the husband. These things then can never be brushed under the carpet. It is bound to come out. But when it comes out, suppose by that time, if they have a son or a daughter, if they have children, it's going to turn so ugly. It is going to be a very bad thing. So my message to the ladies, no need to lie, no need to manipulate things. If you indeed find somebody who is willing to accept you with your past, go ahead. But don't lie. for heaven's sake. I don't believe in heaven or hell, but you do. So that's why I'm saying, for heaven's sake, don't lie. If a person can accept you along with your past, go ahead. If no, find somebody else. Stay unmarried for the rest of your life. That's also fine. But don't play with the heart of somebody, because I myself will keep on making videos through which my brothers, they can easily decode what you have done. In fact, my next video would be that only, how to know whether she has undergone hymenoplasty surgery. I can easily make a video and I can let them know. Women, whoever are watching my video, even if you indulge in these surgeries, it's not going to help you, because I myself will make one video in which there will be, I'll put on all the symptoms and everything with which they will easily come to know whether that this has been artificially done. So don't think you are one step ahead. Always remember, there are other people who will always remain one step ahead than you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.